Like, you got people that saying they're the Jews, but the Bible said the Jews will be confused in the last days.
Bring it out.
They wouldn't know who they were, where they come from, what their custom is, what they do, what they eat. They wouldn't know anything. Watch this read.
And there ye shall be sold to your enemies.
Then God said, what's your name on the bike? Tay? God said, when we got off those slave ships, God said we would be sold. Didn't that happen to us? Yeah, but God was talking to the Israelites. That's who we are. We not blacks and Hispanics. That's a byword. Man, that's a derogatory term that was put on us.
Bring it out.
We the Israelites. The prince of the power. That's what it means. That's a powerful name. God said when we got off the slave ships, we will be sold. Read.
For bond men and bond women.
Bond men meaning slave men. Then we have slave men. Look at these signs. This is slave man, right? You see his back? Destroyed. What you think he got his back beat for? Rebelling against the oppressor. They called that a mental illness if we tried to run away. Look at history. They called these things mental illnesses if we tried to get away from our oppressor.
Bring it out.
Crazy, don't it? Crazy. Watch this read.
And no man shall buy you.
Meaning what? No man will be able to deliver us. Have we been delivered as a nation of people? We had leaders that step up, right? We had some good leaders, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Fred Hampton, Nat Turner, Gabriel Prosper. We have many men and women that try to step up and to make a change. But we still here in America today. We have failed to realize that if we still standing here today, we are captives. Because if we was free, we would be back to where we was at before we got enslaved. But we not. We still here.
Teach.
Why is that? For our disobedience of God's law. So now we're about to get into some God's laws now. We're going to start off with the simple one, Exodus. Leviticus 21. We're going to start off with very simple. Then we're going to work our way up to more laws that we need to focus on in our community. So let me ask you a question. What's some of the problems in the black community that we need to fix as men? You said what? You said no unity. What about you? What you got for self-doubt? Self-doubt? Okay, no confidence in self because we don't know self. What about you, Sister Monique? What's some of the problems in the black community that you see that you think need to be fixed?
From a woman perspective.
Single mother household.
Single mother household, right? That's a real good one. Yeah. That's a real good one. Why do you think that's not? How do you think single mother households come about? Why y'all think? Because y'all the men. I want to hear y'all opinion.
Part of the change.
Part of the change. Hebrews 13.
And everything we need to try to put our household is taken away from us.
Right, right.
And our kids grow up not having a problem there, they come.
Right. So how do we, as the men in that cycle, what y'all think is the solution? Because the Bible got the answer.
My thoughts on it is to educate yourself.
Educate? Okay, that's one good way. What you think, brother? Exactly. What you think, sis? How you think to end that? Okay, I'm going to show you. Watch this. Read this.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4.
So right here, the Bible gives a solution. Don't go nowhere. Because, come on. This is where it gets good at. You know you're an Israelite, right? You're an Israelite. You're an Israelite. But this is one of the things that you men have to push in the community because if you don't, then we're going to have more single mothers out there. Watch this read.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable.
What did the Bible say?
Marriage is honorable.
You know why we got single mothers and baby daddies and baby mamas? Because we don't push marriage no more in our communities. Marriage is a joke in a black community. Where you going, Monique? You say, what, on your bus? We're getting good now. It's getting good now. Marriage is a joke in our community. We don't push that, bro. We don't push that church. What did they teach us growing up? Be a player. Get all the hoes you can. Run through the city. be the man. That's what they teach us. It's about how many body counts we can get as men. That's what makes us men. That's not biblical. That make us boys. That don't make us men, because when we get all these body counts and we sleep with all these women and we make all these babies, them babies not getting raised by no real men. So they run up and out here they drug dealing gang bang. That's what's going on in our communities. And then we run around and talk about stop the violence, stop the killing. But why nobody teaching their marriage to animals to stop that, to build a strong foundation household so that your kid don't grow up and think, oh, it's okay for me to murder a man. Watch it out.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
You see what God said, when you marry and you have sex in your marriage with your wife, or the wife have sex with her husband, that's honorable to God. And that's undefiled. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you having sex outside of marriage, guess what? That's where STDs get involved. That's where abortions get involved. When do you ever hear about a married couple having an abortion? We fight for abortions and stuff like that as a people, but that wouldn't be happening if we applied the laws of God. That wouldn't even be a thing. My brother, what's your name?
Johnny.
John? Johnny and Carla, watch this. We're going over marriage right now. Let me ask you a question. Don't you think that marriage is something that the black community needs to be able to improve? Yes, marriage. You would say that? So you know what kind of marriage? Yeah. No, not no marriage. That ain't no marriage. That ain't no. I'm talking about black man, black woman, married. Don't you think that'll help the children? Okay. Yup. Call that number on the back. Don't you think that'll help us? It will, right?
I don't know, man, because you should do that marriage.
Okay, watch this. Read.
But whoremonger.
No, I'm talking about married according to the Bible. Watch this. Hold on, John. Watch this. Read.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
God said that's the only solution, because if you do it outside of marriage and you do what you want to do, God said He's going to judge us. Look at our communities. Aren't we judged as a people? How many single parent households we have? The sister was just up here. That was her main problem she saw with the black community.
Bring it out.
As being a single mother. Why? Because what? We disobeyed God's laws. We went against God's laws. That's not that don't have no significance right now. Right now we going over what? The law. Right now we going over what? The help that we need. We need marriage in our community. Don't bring it out. God said that's what's gonna build us up.
Teach.
If you got the father and the mother in a community, that can make a strong child. That child bring forth more children that bring forth a strong nation. This is what we need in our community. But we don't have that. You're an older man, so guess what? You're supposed to be the one that's giving a light to me.
I just told him.
Because the younger brothers, they ain't doing that no more. The younger brothers ain't doing that no more. You said what? Okay.
A whole lot of young brothers up there. I'm talking about before I can get out, man. I said at least 5 or 7 that I've been talking to.
Right.
Because
right. So now you out here though. You out here though.
Out here and I'm proud.
Okay, cool.
Like I said, reach one, teach one.
Well, what you gotta teach them this though. You don't want to go there.
I don't know too much about people. I can think about with the ball.
Okay. So look, so guess what? The Bible said that was going to happen to us because our disobedience. Watch this, Isaiah 42:22. Watch
Bring it out.
I'm going to show you, God told us we were going to be trapped in prison houses. Watch this, I'm going to show you that in the Bible. God told us for our disobedience, that's one of the curses that God will put on us.
Right, I got to go shopping.
Before you leave. No, it's the Sabbath. It's the Sabbath. You're an Israelite. You ain't supposed to be buying and selling today.
Bring it out.
It's Saturday. It's God's day.
Teach. Bring it out.
Our people don't want to hear God's word.
Bring it out.
How y'all doing? How you doing, sis?
Yeah, I got it.
Sis, how you doing? I'm going to show you something.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Hey, sis, would you agree that us as a people, so-called blacks and Hispanics, we've been robbed and spoiled? Wouldn't you agree? I said, wouldn't you agree us as a people, so-called blacks and Hispanics, we've been robbed and spoiled? Meaning we've been ripped of all our knowledge of self, all the resources of our own, even the land that we used to once own. Like America, this used to be the so-called Native Americans' land. We were robbed of it. Even Africa, being robbed by so-called Chinese, so-called white people. They conquering the land and pushing Christianity and Catholicism all in the land. We don't know ourselves anymore. God said we have been a people robbed and spoiled. You see yourself on this sign right here? On this sign is showing us who we are as a people today. Because we've been robbed and spoiled, we forgot our history and our heritage. Young man, I want you to listen to it. Where do you see yourself on this sign? Where do y'all see ourselves? What is your fathers? Your father's so-called African American? Okay, that means you come from the tribe of Judah. What about you?
That's right.
Judah? Indian? Okay, Native American. So you come from the tribe of Gad, which means truth. How about this young brother? Both? Okay, your father, which one? Black? Okay, you come from the tribe of Judah. Because it's based off your father. Your father is the one that carries the seed or the sperm. That's what makes the nationality of the child. But watch this. God said we've been robbed and spoiled of that. We don't know that no more. Judah means to be a praise of God. What does African American mean? No, what does it mean though? What significance does it have?
Bring it out.
You said slavery. That's good. Because that's where we got it at. That's not our nationality. That's not our title. That has no significance to us. Therefore, that's why when we act as African Americans, it's what? Acting like a nigga.
Bring it out.
Acting black, twerking all over Instagram,
Right.
and stealing and robbing and making rap music about killing your own people.
Bring it out.
That's no significance. But now coming back to being Israel, that's what God calls you. An Israelite, that means what? The prince of the power. Meaning what? You have a purpose. Your purpose is to be how God designed you to be. An example to everybody of showing them what God is like.
Right.
That's what your purpose is to be. You are to walk an example of what God will be like on earth.
Right. That's right.
But if you're not keeping the commandments, if you're not following the customs of God, how can we push that to the world?
That's right.
We haven't been pushing that to the world. That's why the world is out of order. Because we as a people are out of order.
Bring it out.
Us as a people, we are the reason that the earth is how it is now. Because guess what? We the trendsetters.
Right.
Whatever we do, everybody else follow.
Teach.
If we rap, put our pants below our butt, the Asian man is doing it, the white man is doing it, the
Bring it
Chinese
out.
man is doing it. Everybody doing what we do.
Bring it out.
So we got to get right.
Right.
Watch this, read.
They are all of them snared in holes.
God said we snared in a hole. Meaning what? A trap. We have been taught that it's okay to be in a trap. Do trap music.
Right.
Live a trap life. And then what did that end up in? A trap cell.
Bring it out.
Prison. Why haven't we realized that all these places is not the place we should be? We always claim we royalty. Oh, we kings and queens, and well, we don't act like none of those things. Even our dress code does not portray kings and queens. Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
Read.
They are for a prey.
God said we hid in prison houses as a nation of people. The prison is full of who? Blacks and Hispanics. That's our people. But that's the prophecy God said he will put on his people for disobeying him. Disobeying his law. Disobeying the customs that he gave us. Read on.
And non-deliverance.
And God said nobody who came to deliver us out of this captivity.
Bring it out.
What Hamite race? Because a lot of people, you think we the same as Africans? Y'all heard that before? Because we get this, that's where it comes. African American, we African. What Hamite race or African race came to deliver us from the slavery that happened to us many years ago? And what's still going on today?
Bring it out.
They got resources, they got land, they got money. Why they ain't come to deliver us and take us out of this captivity? Because they ain't our people. They are oppressive. That's born with the white man. But this happened to us because of our disobedience from God's commandment.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is